Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome to the program Wisdom of Hadith. In this program, we learn about the sayings of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We try to understand the meanings and significance and wisdom behind the hadith of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And we also try to establish the connection of the sayings of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with our life as well as our work. So today we have a hadith of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that has been narrated by Sayyidina Abdullah bin Amr bin As radiyallahu anhuma. And the hadith is, Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhumur Rahman. Irhamu man fil ard yarhamukum man fis samai. The translation of this hadith is that Allah Almighty, who is merciful, He has mercy on those who are merciful. If you show mercy to those who are on the earth, so the one who is in the heaven, Allah Almighty, will show mercy to you. Now we have, many aspects of this saying of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. First of all, we learn about a correlation, and the correlation is between the thing that is called the mercy of Allah Almighty. If you are showing mercy to the creatures, all the creatures, of course, whether they are human beings or other beings like animals, so if you are merciful to the creation of Allah Almighty, it means that you will be receiving Allah's mercy also. So there is a correlation between the mercy of Allah Almighty and your actions, that what you are doing to people, what you are doing to the creation of Allah Almighty. Are you merciful? Are you good to them? If you are good to them, then it means that Allah Almighty's mercy will be there for you and He will show mercy to you. So when we read the Holy Quran, we learn about one of the qualities of the Prophet of Allah, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that is mercy for all the worlds. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. And we have not sent you but as a mercy for all the worlds. So this was one of the key qualities of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that he was sent as a mercy for all the worlds. He was not only a mercy for human beings, he was also mercy for other creatures. And this is something that has to be reflected in the character and in the personality of the followers of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We as a believer should be merciful to all the creatures. For example, you have different situations. You are on the road, you see that there is an animal who is thirsty, like a cat or a dog. So you should stop there and try to help that animal and provide water to that animal. Similarly, if you are if you have a look at a child who is there at a corner of the road and you find that that child is in need, so you should go there and help that child just like your own child. So we as a believer should own other people and all the creatures that we have in this world. So we should be merciful to all the creatures, and this will ultimately lead you to to receive the blessings of Allah Almighty, and Allah's mercy will be there with you. So what do we learn from this entire explanation? We learn that this should be a part of our personality. This should be a part of our practice, that whenever we deal with human beings, or whenever we have any experience with other creatures, so our attitude should be showing mercy for them. And we should do this only for the sake of Allah Almighty, not for the sake of any show off, or any sort of riya or any sort of showing off. So this should only be done for the sake of Allah Almighty, because you want to seek pleasure of Allah Almighty. So this is a sign that you want to seek mercy of Allah Almighty and you are merciful to His creation. So we sometimes, what we see in our society, that there are people who are well educated and apparently we see that they are civilized, but when it comes to dealing with people, dealing with those who are not, equal to their caliber, or those who are not having good financial status, or who are less privileged, so we see a very different sort of attitude from those people towards those who are less privileged. So a sign of a believer, and a sign of a believer who is following the teachings of Islam is that his actions, his attitude, and the words he chooses to speak, and the way he deals with others, all his actions and all the things that he is doing in this world will be showing that he believes in Allah Almighty. And the sign of mercy will be there. So he would remember the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if today I am merciful to to people and to all the creatures that are around me, so I'll be receiving Allah's mercy also in this world as well as in the hereafter. So this is what we have learned from this hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today, when we talk about soft skills, when we talk about character ethics, the compassion and mercy is at the top. Because if you don't have good feelings for others, if you don't have compassion, so you won't be having good relation with people. So why not develop this thing, not only for the sake of any professional reward, or any sort of making a difference in our career, or in our company, or in our organization. Why should not we do this only for the sake of Allah Almighty? So if we are merciful to the creation of Allah Almighty, we'll be receiving the reward from Allah Almighty, and this action of ours will also lead to bring charm to our personality, and we will become a symbol of hope, a symbol of respect for others, inshallah.